All right, so just inviting everybody just to take some nice deep breaths in. That one of the most beautiful messages from the guardians at this time is really just, again, this journey of coming inward into ourselves. This is really the journey of 2023 for us, that it was a gentle message gifted to us at the end of last year, that this year was all about coming home into ourselves, back into our body, into physicality, and into a connected relationship with our Earth Mother. And that as we begin to go inward within ourselves, the theme today is really to come into a state of radical love with yourself, to really fall in love with who you are, fall in love with your body, fall in love with the journey that you're on in this lifetime, fall in love with getting to be a human, fall in love with every single little experience in this lifetime that you actually get to experience. That this is really about a deep expression of diving deep into what it is to surrender to love. And that as you get just a taste of that beautiful energy of love, just imagine breathing into your body as though you are making love to every breath you take, as though it's a sacred experience, a sensual experience, an ecstatic experience of being able to fully and completely embrace a physical form, to have a relationship with what it is to intake this breath of spirit and this breath of oxygen into the body. And that as you allow that vibration to move through you, that it may send these electrical surcharges through your body as it responds to you with love. And as you let your breath increase, what you're doing is you're increasing the energetic flow in your body so that you begin to elevate the amount of electrophysial currents that are flowing through your body. You are amplifying all of the currents of energy through your meridians, so therefore you're just starting to unclog any of the channels of energy in your body so that they become a fierce, ferocious torrent of this divine love flowing through you. And you want to build it up through your body so that you can even take your awareness into the tip of your tailbone to begin to send that breath like a feather to tickle the serpent coiled at the tip of your tailbone, to begin to invite it to take the journey up your spinal column in order to kiss your pineal gland, to let that golden elixir of that living essence to begin to flow like honey down into your body. And on one of these breaths, just allow that breath to breathe up into your pineal gland with this beautiful ecstatic experience of bliss and love. And with love, send that breath all the way down to the heart of the earth, and kiss the heart of the earth with your heart and send her a shower of your love, not only inviting the Earth Mother into this vibration of love with you, but also bowing with respect to her immense morphogenetic field of love that she holds, and ask to be invited to begin to balance your heartbeat to the rhythm of her heartbeat. That the more we have reverence and respect for every part of our journey, and with each being that we connect to, the more that we begin to respect and love our own journey upon the earth in this body. And as your heart bows into this deep connection to the Earth Mother's heartbeat. Watch it ripple open to reveal the portal that it is to the 12th Stargate that begins to illuminate the 12th Universal Stargate within our Lyra Aramitena, Christos Founders field of ultimate unconditional love and compassion. And from this immense field of expansion, sense and feel all of your energy bodies automatically attuning out your crown chakra to this universal template within the Aramitena Stargate at the 12th Stargate. And that you can sense it continues on through the Catharic Tree of Life, but at this point we're just feeling that pool of celestial light from our Christ consciousness family lines. And with love in your heart, allow your cosmic heart to bow in reverence as you, with humble compassion and love, recognize yourself as part of the all, part of the whole, part of this celestial light stream and consciousness family. And that when we bow with reverence, what we are doing is we are surrendering our individualized identity and recognizing ourself as a cosmic identity. It's almost like we check our ego at the door so that we can surrender our ego now to be in service to our higher self. And the beautiful thing is that the moment that happens, you literally check all of the fear at the door. You let yourself dive deep into the loving waters of infinite possibilities, eternal streams of eternal creations, eternal life, the eternal geometry, the eternal sound fields and the eternal light fields that emanate with infinite patterns. Each one is so magnificent that your heart almost wants to explode with the opportunity to experience all of them. To dive into all of them deeply and feel them. And that at some level within your Christic heart, that's exactly who you are in this body right now. It was the love in your heart at a level so immense that our human consciousness can't comprehend it. We were so in love with all of the potential and all of the experience of this reality that we chose to dive deeply into this pattern with love. And that this is our journey as we begin to remember all of the ways in which we might have seen the polarity imbalances, the distortions within the scalar fields and the fire letter sequences, maybe the distortions that we saw with how creation was starting to not fold and dance with each other in the correct way anymore. In every place those lines of communication were going out of sequence, were all of the places that creation started to fold in on itself or fight with itself or distort itself even further. And that all of those distortions are the places where the pain began to cry out as an expression of the experience. And that within all of this, there was an eternal light stream that saw those distortions in the light in the fire letter sequences and knew exactly which patterns, which geometries, which sound tones, and which light tones to bring in order to begin to correct the filaments in the light strands so that those distortions could right themselves again and that the communication could become balanced, harmonious, and clean again. And in your heart holds that memory that every single suffering and pain and distortion that you have ever experienced has been an opportunity for you to sing the sound tones of that love back into that hurt and into that pain so that it might receive exactly the fire letter sequence that is required for it to begin to right itself and begin to free the stagnant, blocked energy so that that current of energy can be free and return on the stream of consciousness back into the eternal sound fields, so that it might tap in again to the eternal light streams of love. The eternal living light template is our blueprint. The eternal living light template is our right. It's our inherited right to be able to flow every molecule of energy within our body back to the eternal God source fields. And that part of this wondrous experience that we're in is allowing ourselves to gravitate towards those blockages, towards those pains, towards those stagnant areas, so that we can elevate our breath within our body of that ecstasy of spirit, so that it invigorates through us with such a ferocity of our star fire that as we breathe that joy through our body, as we breathe that love through our body, as we breathe the bliss through our body, that all of those stagnant and painful places begin to just break up and resequence and learn how to fall in love again. So as you allow yourself to come deeply into your own heart within your body, invite your guidance team, invite the higher councils into your heart and ask them, how can I begin to perceive all of the shadows, all of my inner child aspects, all of the soul fragments? How can I begin to perceive all of the experiences that created those distortions in such a loving new way that it easily calls all parts back home? How can I emanate the halls of Amenti within my own cellular structure in order to become the magnetic field and the template as the corridor of light that reinstates the eternal flame? How can I begin to fall in love with every person that has ever hurt me? How can I begin to fall in love with every challenge that has been within my path? How can I fall in love with every pain that has cut so deeply? How can I fall in love with my life? And I invite you to imagine all of the masks as if they are these floating holograms that are spinning around you, as though in your very auric field are all of these masks, these shadows of these masks that you've ever worn in this lifetime. And they're spinning around you as if you're in the eye of a tornado, and they're all spinning around you like the debris that you have created. And I invite you to say a declaration to your higher self of inviting your higher self to begin to gently weave all of those masks with love as an energetic stream that begins to just reconnect back to your higher self. And that as you begin to surrender all of your masks to your higher self, that your higher self doesn't just throw them away, it doesn't just dissolve them, it doesn't delete them. In fact, it finds a new way to begin to clean them up for you so that you can start to see the gift in every single action, choice, decision, belief that you've ever projected yourself as in this lifetime. That every single one of those masks has actually been the very stepping stone that has allowed you to get to the place where you are courageous enough to peel all of the petals away from your heart in order to get to that beautiful fragrant center of eternal love that emanates from the core of your heart. And as you begin to bring your awareness into your 12th dimensional shield around you, noticing again that it automatically creates itself through the intentions of your aligning to Christ consciousness. Choosing to emanate as Christ consciousness automatically creates a vortex out of your heart like a toroidal field as an emanation of your double diamond heart of love around you, which emanates a protective field that radiates eventually higher than the 12th dimensional shield. And every single one of those masks, as your higher self gives it back to you, is really a sparkle in your shield now. It's your own unique sparkle that might be sparkling in all kinds of colors, magentas and golds and pinks and blues and greens and purples and all these different hues and colors, like a rainbow spectrum of colors. And you know that every single one of those unique colors has been because of your unique creative journey that you have been on. Your shield is not supposed to look like everyone else's. And now is the time, now is the moment when we all get the experience of saying, yes, I'm different. I'm not like others. In this human body, we are all like an individual snowflake or fingerprint. Absolutely. In the human experience. On our eternal light spectrum patterning and emanation, we are all one. But how we are all emanating that out in these individual experiences, we are all unique in the way we have colored our shield. And now is the time that we get to embrace our courage, our joy, our bliss, our happiness, that we all look different. That we all shine different, that we all emanate different spectrums, that we are all absolutely creatively, uniquely different. And we get to fall in love with all of our unique differences. We get to fall in love with all of the infinite potentials that can be expressed. And in our heart, all of the places where we have ever felt lonely, separate, different, alone, or where we have wanted to fit in, wanted to be like others, wanted to be part of something. Find that place within your heart, and are you willing to dive so deeply into all of the places where we have felt those wounds as a child for feeling absolutely alienated and different than the rest of humanity? And can you begin to offer this perspective of absolute sensuality, joy, bliss, love, and happiness, and absolute radiance for being allowed and able to be absolutely different than everyone else? Can you truly embrace your sparkle? And I offer you that in this moment, that any place you may have ever looked to another with some sort of wishing or even envy of their gifts and capabilities, I invite you just to find all of those places within, that in this very I am present moment of now, that any place where we have acknowledged the uniqueness of another more than we have acknowledged the uniqueness of our own sparkle and individuality, that we are complete and done with that now. Higher self, pull it from me now. I am ready to fully and completely live my divine blueprint. And from this place, we say our declaration of intention, that we declare from the core of our heart our intention to serve our source. We align ourselves fully and completely to the heart of the one infinite creator. We dedicate this life to being our true heart song across all the cosmos. We surrender our ego now to be in service to the law of one mission of first cause light as a pillar of light. And in the light of truth, we declare and intend. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am a soul sovereign being. And so it is.